Welcome back to my 5-minute cinematography series, where every week we'll break down, examine, and recreate a shot from a movie. This week's shot is taken from 2016's The Boy. Bum, bum, bum. Let's jump right in. Alright, let's take a look at this shot. So, as we can see, we have our subject, and we have some candles. We have a window with some glow on the curtains, and that's about it. The rest of the walls are pretty dark, kind of got a nice wallpaper, kind of an old house type feel. Anyway, now let's take a look at the lighting of this shot. So as we can see on our subject, the light on her face stops in the middle of her face. That is called split lighting, when one side is lit and the other side is not. Now, our minds immediately think that this light on her face is coming from these candles, and that may be completely true or partially true. They could also have on set a light over here just out of frame that is giving a little bit more power to these candles, because most of the time candles aren't this bright. These seem to be really bright. And in contrast to that, we see on the other side of her face that it's almost completely dark. There is a little bit of glow on her cheek right there, and also in her hair up here. And also we can see there's a little bit of light on her shoulder. And now this blue light isn't necessarily realistic because the window's over here, and it wouldn't really in reality wrap over onto this side of her shoulder. So there's probably a light over here helping light up this chunk of her hair, her face, and her shoulder. So we'll make sure to capture that in our recreation as well. Like I mentioned before, the curtains have a little bit of glow on them, so we'll also want to implement that into our shot. But overall, I think that's most of the lighting in this shot. There's not much else. To me, it's a good look. I like this dramatic look. This is a horror movie, so this kind of dark, moody, contrasty feel has good vibes for a horror film. Obviously, I don't have this exact location, so I'm just gonna have to recreate most of the style of this shot, and I think that it should be relatively feasible. Now, let's move on and recreate the shot ourselves. Alright, now let's take a look at how I recreated this myself. So, the first thing I did, as usual, is set up my camera and tripod in the spot that I wanted it to be in, and find a good angle for it. The next thing I did was get some candles lit and ready for the shot. Then, after turning off all the lights in the room, I went outside and placed my light to act as my moonlight through the curtains in the background. Next, I set up a light inside to help strengthen the output from the light outside, if that makes any sense at all. Since the light outside is going through curtains, I needed another light inside to help strengthen that source. Now, after setting up that light, I set up the candle light. That would be my candlelight boost. And after dialing in the levels and the intensities, that was pretty much it. So, let's take a look at each of these lights one by one. Alright, there we have it, our shot recreation of The Boy. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like button down below so that YouTube knows that you liked it. And comment below what movie you would like me to recreate a shot from next. And until next week, have a great one.
Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me,